And he's like, yo, he said I could be your friend and your enemy.
He pulled a knife out. Boom,
boom.
I could be your friend or your enemy.
And your enemy.
What?
We don't even know who we hanging with sometimes, Money.
Wow.
Somebody could turn on you like that.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. But
and it's not just, I don't think it's just a thing of color, bro. Cause it be people that and you know, like,
but Amani, we have to understand it's a power construct that exists.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the power.
Right.
And these white people, these supremacies.
The white supremacists?
Yes. The enemies, they have that.
Okay.
And you got people that may not have the power, but they have the morals of the white supremacy. They believe and they back up the morals of the white supremacy. And then you also have people that don't. They just like.
But here's the thing. The people that don't, they have a responsibility to, number one, challenge the establishment of white supremacy and what these people are doing.
Right. The people, like the white people that don't believe in what
white exactly.
Supremacy,
yeah, they have that
but
responsibility.
Those be the people that do.
Okay, not all of them. Number one, not all of them. Some of them, maybe, but all of them. That's number one. And then number two, they're in a position to receive the benefits of white supremacy, even though they're not active participants, so to speak.
Okay.
So that's the thing about it. Because if you and your white friend who you're so cool with get pulled over, the police are going to more so look at you as somebody that's doing something wrong.
Agreed.
And your friend is...
Yeah. Agreed.
He likes you, but he's not going to suffer the same.
Yeah, he's not going to suffer with the same
as you.
And he won't suffer with the same consequences just by default.
Yeah, and so that's the thing, and that's nothing he can really do about that. But
it's just what it is.
It is what it is,
exactly,
and so that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
But you know, getting back to the Jeannie and Jeezy situation, if Jeezy's happy in the relationship, by all means, God bless a snowman. By the way, people were saying trap or tie, THI.
Trap or tie?
Yeah, THAI. Because she's Asian. Oh, trap or tie, that made me laugh. That was funny as fuck. Whoever said that first, that was funny as fuck. So trap or tie.
So the thing is, I think Jeannie, that's her name, Jeannie?
Yeah.
I think she's raw. She's raw. She's doing her own thing.
Right.
She probably got her own money coming in. She's a boss. I think it's a good look, honestly.
I'm not mad at Jeezy, and like I said, God bless. The only thing is, I would be wary based on her comments of how serious I would take that relationship, right. Because I feel like, for me personally.
So you don't basically think she's not gonna take it as serious?
Me, in the back of my mind, I'll be like, you here for a good time, not a long time.
And if you were Jeezy,
yeah, or just me. If it was me dealing with her,
Polo,
yeah, I would I would say to myself, she here for a good time, not a long time, and I'm gonna enjoy her for what it is.
Yeah,
but I'm not thinking too long term, because I'm like, eventually at a certain point you're gonna kind of tap out and you got to go back home.
What do you think will make her tap out?
When the time is done, yeah. When you've had your fun and you've experimented, she just got out of a 20-year or however long marriage. You know, I understand she want to be out and have a fun, but after a year or two of this, she probably gonna want to get back settled down and get back, you know, her feet set. And I don't know if she's gonna want to do that with somebody that looked like me, per se. You know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you this: with your, I mean, I think you told me this before though. Actually, you know, you say you date outside your race as well,
right?
But when you dating these women, not one time you think like, man, I can see something long term with this. I can see myself marrying and settle down. With what I got in front of me right now.
I think I have thought about long-term relationship. I rarely does the thought of marriage cross my mind ever. Marriage and children really never cross my mind too much.
I got you. So you don't even think like that.
I really don't.
All right.
But long-term relationship, I can more so see.
Yeah.
And so yeah. But when I hear a comment like that, it just puts my antennas up.
Yeah.
You know. But anyway, you know.
So because I don't want to go into it too long. We got to get to the next topic, but I think I'm just saying this briefly and we can move on. But I think when it comes to interracial dating, I think it can work, but it has to be a thing of, it has to, like, people don't really realize that relationships work better when you have family behind you. So I say that to say, like, if you're dating a girl and, you know, her parents fuck with you, because when you date this woman, not only are you dating her, but you're going into her world. And I think, did you say this before? You're going into her world. And I think the worlds need to clash properly.
Okay.
I think if the worlds can clash properly, then it can work.
Okay.
But if the worlds can't clash properly, like if the parents,
so you need to be able to like go over and like have a drink a beer with her dad, or she can go with her your mom, and your mom could teach her how to cook something or whatever.
Exactly. Like if you can go to her house while she's not there, and kick it with the fam and be in the fam, it can work.
Got you. Yeah, I agree with that.
But if it's not like, if it's one way, like if it's just one dimensional, like it's just y'all two, and it ain't no like, then because especially girls of other races, and some, you know, black people as well, we're big on family. You know, we want, you know, we like, when you think of being with your ideal woman, you want her to be able to kick it with the fam. You don't want her to come around and the fam don't really vibe with her. That's just gonna get old. You're gonna be like, bro, I'm tired of this shit. And I think that's what I think that's where the disconnect comes when there's interracial dating sometimes. I think that the interracial, that this white girl that's dating this black guy, she realizes that she'll never get accepted by this black man's black mother. Okay. And then I think that's when it becomes a thing. To where it may not work.
Well, I mean, I think everybody always has a fear, like they parent, if they're close with their parents or whatever, that, you know, when you dating outside the race, that they won't accept it. And I said this several times on the podcast, but I've had Hispanic women down in Miami that, you know, tell me because of the racism of their mother, their father, their grandfather, grandmother, I cannot come in their house.
Instantly, it won't work. If a girl, I've dated girls too in the past that told me like, nah, my parents ain't really like with the, instantly,
you knew it wasn't work. Okay.
But I had a girl where I was at her house and I was kicking it with her. I was kicking it with her family when she wasn't there, and it worked. Okay. But like I said, it's a thing of the clash. It has to mesh together real well. Next topic.
Now, my man Jigga
Juice.
J Hove. You know, a couple weeks ago, he brokered the partnership with the NFL. Mm-hmm. And since then, Jay has been doing some interviews and kind of speaking about different topics and everything like that, because I guess in the position he's supposed to be, you know, talking about, I guess, diversity among other things, and kind of like, you know, this is part of the program of the NFL trying to clean up their image a little bit, because they look like some blatant racists and slave owners over the last 2 years with this Kaepernick situation. Yeah. Jay, footage just came out of Jay speaking. This was from a panel discussion that took place earlier this year. I think Bob Kraft was there, Van Jones and others. But Jay, and again, I'm going to paraphrase, but he said growing up in a single parent household causes people to have an adverse feeling towards authority, which causes them to tell police, fuck you, resulting in interactions that have caused people to lose their lives.
Because of somebody having one parent.
Because, you know, basically he's saying because the father is out of the home.
He didn't say father.
He said father.
He says black father?
He said father.
I thought he said just a lack of parent, like no, just a single parent.
No, but we could pull up the footage, but I mean the actual audio. But I believe that he said the father is out of the home, because
I thought he said.
But when you say single parent, 9 times out of 10, you're not talking about.
I mean, they're single fathers.
Growing up in a single parent house, which I grew up in, which me grew up in, and having an adverse feeling for authority.
Yeah, he said single parent.
Okay. Like, I hate my dad. Well, nobody tell me what to do. I'm the man in the house.
He said, "Hey, my dad."
See what I'm saying?
So he's kind of like,
Yeah, he's talking about black fathers.
Yeah, he's talking about fathers.
Anyway, Jay, no.
I agree with Jay.
No.
Nigga, I'm on Jay's side,
No.
nigga. When he said, when you sent me that, I was like,
you are wrong, and
oh
Jay
my,
is
no,
wrong.
bro. When
No.
Jay sent me that, I was like,
No.
oh my God.
No, Jay is doing what
Nigga, I never thought of it like that. And I'm gonna tell you why, but you go ahead first, bro.
Thank you. You are wrong, and Jay is wrong.
Okay, tell me why I'm wrong, bro.
First of all, we got to start at why is the black father not in the home to begin with?
Mm-hmm.
Because he's living in a system of racism and white supremacy that has railroaded him
Into not being in the house.
into a position where he's probably incarcerated. Probably for, even if he did legitimately commit the crime, probably was given 10 times the sentence that he was supposed to receive for that said crime. Now, the white person probably did the same exact crime and maybe got 3 years, and he's looking at 30. There was just a situation where it was a black woman who sent their child to a school that was outside of her zone and was given 5 years. 5 years in jail. Now, there's an actress right now that paid someone $30,000 to help their child cheat on the SAT. She's getting a month in prison. 1 month, 30 days. I'm just making a bigger point that the father shouldn't even be out of the home for the time period in which he is, but he's living in a system of racism and white supremacy.
Okay,
So
let me ask you this.
Let's start there. Hold on, because you're going to throw me off my point.
Can I say, okay, fuck.
Hold your
I'm gonna
thought.
forget about it. All right.
Hold your thought. So now we're saying that, okay, we're in a single parent home, and so that lack of authority. So your mother don't have no authority in your house? Because my mother had authority in my house. My mom got authority. Right now, my mom tell me something, I make the move, but out of respect. So I don't believe that in a single parent home, there's necessarily a lack of authority. But let's say in your specific situation, there is. When a police officer approaches you, and keep in mind, there's white people that don't have parents in their home. There's single white parents.
There's single parents of every race. Yeah.
And so when those white children who have this same adverse reaction to the police, it's like, fuck you, bro, fuck the bullshit, come at me, bro, fuck you. Why are they not being killed in the streets? Why are they not being Khalif Browdered and being victims of wrongful imprisonment?
Right.
Why are they not suffering the same way as the black children are suffering, Amani? Because they ain't got fathers neither, and we ain't got a father, but somehow we're being treated differently. So don't blame the black father that's out of the house. Blame the system in which we living in. And that goes back to the police officer and the structure that you sitting up here saying you support it, Jay. Are you giving them an out, basically? You giving them an outlet to say, well, it's our fault. You turning it on us like it's our fault. They put us in the system. They put us in the cage. They locked the cage, and then they blamed us for not being able to get out. So no, Jay, you're wrong.
What I think Jay's doing right now,
cooning?
No, he's not cooning. He's not cooning.
All right, go ahead, Amani.
This is what Jay-Z's doing now, bro. Jay-Z is trying to shift the way that we think, because we've been this same mentality that we've been having for centuries. It has not gotten us anywhere. I think Jay-Z's trying to shift the thinking, because whoever told us, why do we need to continue with this same type of mentality that we've been having? Because it's not helping us. By us sitting there blaming, and I say this shit all the time. Of course this shit is unfair. Of course this system is unjust. But we also have to take responsibility for some of the shit that we are doing, bro.
I disagree, Amani.
Bro, look.
I disagree with
I'm gonna tell you this. I was in the house when I was raised by just my mom. My dad wasn't even around.
Got you.
I have cousins and shit that I used to be at their house. One specific guy that I'm thinking of right now. Shout out to my nigga Dave. he had his mom and his dad in the house.
Okay.
And seeing the difference in the disciplinary action that was in place in that house,
Yeah.
it's different, bro. It's different than when you actually have one parent. You're saying it like your mom disciplines you too.
Yeah.
But it's, nigga, I don't know if I'm pretty sure you've seen it. Nigga, when you be in a household with a strong black man and a strong black woman, my nigga, it is very, very disciplined in that house. Because you have the mom that's gonna tell you, no, you can't do that. Or she's gonna say, go ask your dad.
Right.
And they're gonna get together and they're gonna, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
When it's just the mom, a lot of, and see, you may just be talking about your mom, bro. Like,
Right.
there's a lot of black moms out here that be on bullshit too. Like, we have the generation of kids that are getting shot right now. Their mothers their mothers are our age.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, their mothers are in their 30s, you know,
Right.
40s.
Yeah.
And they got kids that they're not too different. Like, a lot of these parents, I have a friend that told me that their parent was trying to be homies with them. And they resent that because it's like, you never were a parent. You tried to be my friend. So you got to think of, like, not all parents are like that, especially this generation. You know, you're a little older, so you're from a different generation.
Yeah.
And your mom is from a different generation.
Yeah.
But these little 90s babies, not 90s, but the 90s babies that are having kids.
Well, somebody's
It's
15 right now. They born in 99. So yeah.
Right.
99,
Yeah.
2000. Yeah.
Their parents are us. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And we on Instagram, and we trying to still be at the club and shit. We got kids. We not as disciplined, bro. We're not as disciplined on our kids, and that will make kids feel like fuck authority. Because even me, bro, like me being raised by my mom, like I was a rebel, bro. Like I'm a rebel. That's the reason why I can't work at a regular job.
Got you.
Because I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like a motherfucker telling me what to do.
Right.
And part of that is because my house wasn't as disciplined as a lot of other. My mom was cool in a lot of different ways though. But I think if I would have had a father, I would have been way more disciplined than I was.
Now, I'm not necessarily refuting that. Jay-Z said it's causing people to lose lives. That's not what's causing people to lose lives, Amani. Racism and white supremacy is what's causing people to lose lives.
So you think that
That's my point.
So basically, Jay-Z's basically saying that people that grow up in these single houses, they don't have discipline. So they feel like they can try to I agree with what Jay-Z's saying, because people that a lot of kids that don't have disciplined parents, or they don't come from a super like disciplined household, man, a lot of parents be letting their kids do whatever. They let their kids do whatever, bro. I've seen it.
Okay.
Being with a single parent, you kind of like, you have this mentality to where you can try, when you have a father that's in the same house as your mom and they join forces, they tell you how to handle shit. They're like, no, do this shit right. Just like what you say.
Uh-huh.
You said, like, if your dad tell you to wash the dishes,
Yeah.
and you wash the dishes and the dishes ain't done right, he gonna tell you do them all over.
Right.
Cause this one's still dirty. They all dirty.
Yeah.
They instill in you, stop looking for loopholes. Sometimes there's a young generation, there's these young generations of kids that think they can find loopholes in life sometimes. Like, there's people that think that they can, like, oh, it's cool, I can drive around, and like, I know I shouldn't be driving around with weed in the car, but I'm gonna do it though, because hopefully I don't get caught. Hopefully I don't get pulled over. Basically, what Jay-Z's trying to say, it men that have a strict, strong parent, two parents, they just teach you how to not do bullshit. You know, and I think what's causing us to be put in the and the thing is, yes, I do think that the killings have something to do with racism, but I think the parenting has something to do with kids putting themselves in a position to even get in that position. Cause my mom, like I wasn't helped. My mom didn't discipline me that much, but still she always taught me how to like just be solid, be 100%, be thorough. Don't do no janky shit. And I always had common sense. So there was just certain shit I wasn't gonna do to put myself in the line of fire. You get what I'm saying? Like when a cop pulls me over, I'm not arguing with the nigga. Mm-hmm. I'm not having an attitude with him. I'm yes sir, cool. Oh man, I didn't know that, sir. I'm so sorry. That right. Exactly. But there's some kids that be like, man, what the fuck, man? Like, and I think that's where the problem starts to come in. I think if it was less that, then it wouldn't be as much killings.
No, money. I hear what you're saying, but you're missing my bigger point. You said racism might have a part of it with the killings.
I think.
But Amani, racism is what removed the father from the home to begin with, is what I'm telling you. You're not starting at the beginning of the problem. Yeah. You're saying that if a father is not in the home, a child is more rebellious. I think anyone can agree with that. That's perfectly fine. Yeah. What I'm saying is, why is the father not in the home? And my answer to that is what?
Racism.
There we go.
But what about the parent? What about the couples?
Amani,
I think you're right though.
Okay.
But I think
that's it.
It's not just 100% racism.
Hold on.
It could be a thing to where how many times have you heard niggas fucking a bitch and they got the bitch pregnant and they're like, damn, I don't even want to be with this bitch.
Okay.
And they run away.
Okay.
That happens.
Yes, that happens
a lot.
But Amani, is that accounting for all of the single parenthood, the single parentdom in the black community or
what do you mean,
America?
Like as far as what?
Are you saying that deadbeat dads account for the majority of single parentdom? Like how are people becoming single parents? By and large, in our community,
I think it had a lot to do with the drugs that the government put into the hood. And then I think it has a lot to do with that, but I also think that it's 50. I think it's 50-50.
Listen. The Jay-Z is giving he's giving the power structure an out. Mm-hmm. What he's saying on this panel is y'all fault. That's basically
he's saying it's black people's fault.
Yeah, that's basically what he's saying. All what you're saying is all well and good, but let's just call a spade with a spade with a spade. Black man, here's how a white person interprets. I'm gonna tell you. Since you're good with white people, you talk to them and you hang with them. So
I don't hang with white people. Okay,
but you associate with them. You should know how they think. They're gonna listen to Jay-Z and say, that's right. They're not in the home, and that's why those kids are bad, and that's why they're getting shot. So what they need to do, what those people need to do, is be in their homes and understand that they're not thinking about the fucking power structure that put drugs in the community, that put guns in the community, a prison industrial complex, the poor education system. Mm-hmm. They're not accounting for any of that removed in disbanded homes.
Yeah.
In our community, they ain't think about none of that. All they see is a big lip, big nose billionaire named Jay-Z saying, "Yeah, man, you Negroes need to get it together."
Right?
You know what I'm saying? Browbeating the black community. That's what it's coming off as. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't like that comment, and that's why I can't agree with it, man, because it completely takes them off the hook and puts it on us.
I don't think 100%. I don't like out of 100%, bro. I think there's 60. Maybe I think it's like maybe I'll say like maybe 70%. No, I would say 60% racism, 40% lack absent parent is the reason why these niggas is getting gunned down out here by these police.
Now,
because I'm not saying you're wrong.
Okay.
That's okay. Not what I'm doing.
Okay.
But I'm also saying that, like, bro, we have to be accountable for some of the shit too.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's the thing, like, bro.
I don't want to take us off the hook. I want to put them on the hook. We know what our position is within it.
Yeah.
But how did we get there? You know what I'm saying? And this is over decades, mind you. This ain't nothing that happened.
So you're saying you want to put them on the hook like white people?
That's what Jay-Z didn't do, and what he just said.
But we've always put them on the hook.
No, we haven't, Amani. No, we haven't.
You don't think we've
No,
always?
we have not,
Bro,
Amani.
this whole shit that Jay-Z's
No.
doing, that's new. Motherfuckers getting on a stage and saying, black people, get it together.
Amani,
That's new.
we've been hearing that since the civil rights movement, or even before that.
Maybe I just ain't heard it. I don't know.
Listen,
Like, I mean, you know what? You're right. No, you have, because you will hear people saying like, this is what we need to do. This what. How? All right, let me ask you this: will there ever come a point where us, as black people, we stop and think, okay, what do we do now? Because clearly they're not gonna stop.
right.
That white supremacy machine is gonna keep going.
It's perfect. It's perfect.
At what point do we sit and say, okay, you know what? Let's focus on what we do now. Let's focus on what we can do to destroy that machine, to where that machine isn't successful anymore.
We
At what point does it come that? Besides us being like, that machine's doing this, they're doing that, they're doing this, they're doing that.
this goes back to what I was saying
At
earlier.
what point do we just say?
Yeah, I mean, this goes back to what I was saying earlier. It needs to be an agreement culturally across the board. Well, at least for adults.
Yeah, of course.
For that group, because these first and second generation immigrants, Caribbean and African immigrants, they on their own agenda. A lot of them are co-opting with white supremacy.
Yeah, for sure.
Like
they
that.
do it the most. Yeah.
They're compromised. A lot of them.
Yeah, they're
so
compromised,
but as far
for sure.
they compromised. But as far as adults is concerned, I mean, it just needs to be a group agreement that we're going to funnel our resources together and we're going to practice group economics, and collectively we're going to decide that we're going to do for us, as we should have been doing. We're not going to be giving our money to this group and that group and that group and letting them take it outside the community and build up their their economic structure, while ours is being devastated. So that's what it's going to take, money. And unfortunately, whenever we start moving in that direction, we have a leader that's gunned down, or there's a new law that's created that we have to try to get around that once again, and that takes some years to try to, you know what I'm saying? And they have a way of
How would they know?
building those roadblocks
How will they know?
because we are compromised.
Hold on.
Yeah.
No, that's not.
Okay.
How would they know who to gun down, what leader to gun down, if we're all leaders, and they won't be able to tell?
That's
And that is
something-
what I be trying to say.
Well, that's something that we need to work on.
We need to all have we need to all have leadership around this motherfucker.
Yeah.
We need to all, instead of, sometimes what I've never liked, is that we'll sit there and we'll sit there and it's like, that's why I don't like churches too much, because people go in there acting like they don't got the power to do a lot of the shit they can do. They go in there looking for help from a fucking from a preacher,
Right.
that thinks he's God.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And us as leaders, as black people, we'll have one leader, and really that one leader will want people to stay down here because they just want to be in leadership. I see it all the time. There's black people that we don't want to share information with each other. We don't like to give somebody some knowledge that I like. If I know something right now that can help you out,
Yeah.
a lot of niggas will hold it in.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Because they don't want you to be on my same level.
100%.
I wouldn't want you to be on my same level, so I'm gonna hold this shit in, and I'm not gonna tell you.
Yeah.
That needs to stop. We as black people, you know how it is when like being in LA in general, I'm pretty sure it's just everywhere.
Right.
If you find a spot, you talking to somebody, you talking to your partner, whatever, we find a spot, we love the spot. We're like, oh, this is the new spot. It's cool. All of a sudden, like, damn, man, all the niggas is coming now. I don't be liking to tell hella niggas about the spot because now it's just a bunch of niggas coming through. I don't even like that spot no more.
Right.
Just like when people say like, where's all everybody? Where all the black people traveling now?
Oh yeah. Damn.
Bali or some shit,
Yeah,
or like
well, that's
Thailand.
one. It's for Thailand.
Thailand.
Yeah. It's another place in Africa too. Ghana, I think. A lot of
And
people going
now
to Ghana
motherfuckers
right
are like, oh man, I don't even want to go over there because now all the niggas is going